Yeah, I still don't know how to follow up all of that. All I'm thinking of is it's like the couch gag on The Simpsons where you can expect it every time. And some of those couch gags are pretty fun. I like how they continue to do them. You'd think something was wrong if they didn't. All right. Well, as I've said before, I work in an office and corporate. When you work in corporate America, that joke pretty much writes itself. Recently, we had a change on the names of conference rooms, so I decided to have fun with it on the how some of these names were chosen. Like, let's see. One of them is a beer, Summit. One is Airport in Chicago, Midway. And then our main break room has ego problem. It's egotistical. It's Superior. Well, it is our biggest break room. And it's probably named after the Great Lake, but hey, work with me here. Well, yes, I performed stand-up comedy. It was kind of odd what somebody else said to me recently. They said that I was bitter. It's like, aren't most comedians bitter about something? It reminds me of what the pot called the kettle. It's like what was said about Adele and Taylor Swift. Would they be popular singers if they only did happy songs? No! It's called passion, people. Look it up. Yeah, now I sound like David Spade when I say that, because he would do that on Saturday Night Live Weekend Update a while back. Where he'd say, I liked it the first time I saw it when it was something else, basically saying that was just a copy of something that had been recently done. Well, I know that I see weird things in people all the time wherever I go. I left one show and I was just walking around outside the venue, and then this is a place where I guess they all have wedding receptions and such. And it was a lady that was just smoking a cigarette and then said, "Oh, I thought you were my boyfriend." And then I had a snappy comeback for that saying, "I could be your boyfriend." And it's like, I'm single, I'm definitely available. No, that didn't work. I really didn't think it would, but hey, you have to try. I wish I was making that up. The part about being available. I call it being chronically single. Because internet dating isn't going well. They're usually interested for a while until they aren't, as Yogi Berra would say, the baseball player. I know that I really don't have to work that hard on finding material either. I mean, it's just paying attention on being out and about. I like going to Super America to get ice cream sandwiches, kind of. I love ice cream, so I guess I have to change it up a little on where I get it. Sometimes I like the soft serve cones at a place like McDonald's, but in this case, I went to get an ice cream sandwich at a Super America, and while I was there, I heard a really weird thing. An employee said to another customer, "No corn nuts in the microwave." And I'm thinking, now I think I've heard it all. And they also said, I can still smell it. It's like, well, I don't think I've had corn nuts much, but I thought they were pretty fine on their own, that you wouldn't need to heat them up. I am aware of some things that just don't belong in a microwave oven, but I overuse the term non sequitur, which is now the name of a comic strip that has a lot of social commentary in it. But that really is a non sequitur, Latin for it does not follow. I like music too. I like writing about it a lot on my blog. I mean, I listen to music all the time when I'm driving somewhere because I have my car radio on and I'm always flipping around radio stations until I hear something I like. But for some reason, I just really liked it when I heard Coolio say "fool" in one of his songs. And I don't know why. I guess there are times where I like spoken parts of songs for whatever reason. Or maybe I'm just thinking of Mr. T, who liked saying "fool" back in the day. Hey, that works too. I know that one friend in the comedy circuit I like sharing the stage with, and I got to do that over the weekend. And after the show, he decided to put me onto another Snapchat video, which I have never seen because I don't have a smartphone. I still have a flip phone. And it sounds like that I need a smartphone for that when they talk about apps and everything. But I said this time, if I'm going to do Snapchat, I want to talk about Selena Gomez songs. And that might surprise some people, but I also like Lady Gaga. And in it, I said it was brilliant what she sang in one song, which was, "It's been said and done, every beautiful thought's been already sung." That's "Love You Like a Love Song." So, and there are other songs of hers that I like, and it's just hard to explain how. I guess an artist really has to sometimes do something to impress me, or I just need time to get warmed up to them. In my case, it wasn't that song that sold me, it was a more recent one called "Same Old Love," and it should have failed my artistic integrity test because she sings shit in it. But, well, I've had a frustration about failed relationships, and when she sings about that, it's like, well, that really works for me. Where she is sick of that same old love, and I guess so am I. And when you talk about having had enough, hey, I can relate to that too. I'm just a lot older, and as my college mate would say, when you get older, your tolerance for stupid is lower. You're staying. Does that mean I've been lighted, or?
No, you're good.
Oh, good. All right. How can I follow that one? With another good one. Yes, that's always the best answer. That one. Can't read that one, unless I already did that one. Well, I know that sometimes I will do jokes about my dad because he's old school, and he is fine with me performing, and I like hearing that, but I just don't tell him the jokes that he inspires. I mean, he is the type that will get overly excited about what he sees in the news, and I'm often wondering if he wants me to translate the news. It's like, oh, I heard about this on the news. What does this mean? It's like, look it up, Dad. If you don't know what a partial birth abortion is, look it up. You went to school like I did, and you shouldn't rely on other people on what things mean. I'm surprised about that too. Yes, I know he's proud of how I went to the University of Iowa and everything, but I mean, there's the internet, there's reference books. I mean, he gave me my love of history, so I figured he spent a lot of time reading, and then he wouldn't have to ask me things like that. I know that I've said if I ever do a comedy CD, one of the titles of it that I'm considering is ambivalent, because I do talk about being ambivalent a lot in life. And I know that's another thing that he'll ask me. It's like, what does that mean? And he thought that was a good thing. No, being ambivalent is not. I mean, that was in the movie Girl Interrupted, where Winona Ryder was playing the lead role in it, and then she went to the psychiatrist in the place and spoke about being ambivalent, and it's like, no, that means strong feelings both for and against something. And I think the next thing she said was, I know what it means. But yeah, I just hate feeling ambivalent about too many things. I think it's just called being neurotic about life, and that I fit in really well with a comedian, and I often wonder about how mentally healthy I am, but I guess performing helps with that as much as possible. Well, I guess that'll do it for me. And hey, that's a nice winter hat, so thank you, been great.